Why would I eat a banana?
Not a banana.
I know that now. I'm from St. Louis. You can't get a plantain in St. Louis.
Oh, wow. What's something that you really, really, really hate that people do?
It's petty.
Okay.
The wigs with the baby hair. The wigs can't go in the pool. Can't go to the beach. Can't.
I mean, they can.
We can't randomly get in the shower.
Why not?
The wig. The wig.
Oh, so you're saying that was the problem? She wouldn't want to do those things because of the wig.
It was always my hair. I told you that was like the prettiest I ever like seen you, like in your natural state. So for me to tell you that and then you do something different, then I must not be what you're trying to attract. Let me move out the way for the baby hair wig lovers.
So there's something wrong with my baby hairs right now. You got a problem with them?
I think men constantly battle with knowing. Constantly. They're gonna say, baby hairs, he can't come back. Baby hairs can't come back.
You're watching Change of Heart podcast, where growing is messy, love is layered, and faith meets the real feels. I'm your host, Beth Ann, and I have the grand pleasure of interviewing my brother, Greg.
Hello.
Yeah, he is an interviewer. He is a force to be reckoned with. He is one of the most outspoken people that I know. I've known him quite literally all my life. And I'm glad to have you here. What's a shanty?
Shanty. It's a place.
Right.
So tell the people how you know me.
Well, I know Beth Ann through her brother, which my dad moved to South Florida in 1999 or 2001.
Where are you from?
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. My brother and Beth Ann's brother were friends. That's how I met Beth Ann. Came down here. She was like two or three, and her family was the first house that I had like Thanksgiving dinner at in South Florida.
I didn't know that.
The first meal that I had from a different culture.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, of course. It was a bunch of things. It was jerk chicken.
I know that's right.
It was brown stew chicken. It was rice and peas. It was cabbage. There was plantains. I had never had plantains before. I'm not eating that banana. Why would I eat a banana?
Not a banana.
I know that now. I'm from St. Louis. You can't get a plantain in St. Louis.
Oh wow.
Not at all. And so I was eating it. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat this banana with this chicken. That doesn't make sense. And then it just turned into, I'm like, oh, this is good. This is really good. And then, Pops accepted me, and it was just everything from there.
I love that. Aww. I don't think I've heard that rendition.
My first Christmas in South Florida.
Was with us?
At your house.
No way.
Mind you, it was also the first time I ever seen black people live like that.
Oh, wow.
In a really big house, gated community like that. Thought you guys were like the Cosby's 2.0.
Who was Carlton?
No, we're not going there, my man. This is like Will. You would have to be Carlton.
Wow. I'm not offended.
Would you be Ashley?
No. Yeah, actually. I would be Ashley because I'm the baby.
100%. But you would be Carlton and Ashley.
True.
Both babies.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't have a Hillary. Sarika would probably be Hillary, actually.
Okay.
All right, sorry. So what do you do for work?
I am a teacher.
Yeah.
Property manager.
I know that's right.
Property manager as well. Property in St. Louis, Dallas. Have to maintain them for sure. Maintain them for sure. Family assets, but that's what you have to do when your name is on something.
Right.
Instacart driver.
I know that's right. A little extra money on the side.
Everything I can do.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Legally.
Right.
100%.
Very important to make that clear. Very important. Well, yeah, we're both educators. I'm special needs and you're neurotypical, but like...
Physical educator.
They need us. Yeah. Heck
fish-
yeah. You like your kids? It's a
I
fair question. It's a fair question.
love them all. Like
Right.
them all.
Yeah, no, I know we love our kids, but
Like
do you
them
like them?
all. Not all of them.
Right. That's
but
fair.
I've come to learn that their problems come from their parents.
Right. It's not their fault.
Not their fault.
Not until they're of age. Then they make their own decisions.
I love my time. I go to work at 8, get off at like 2:15. I could be at the beach by 3:30.
I know that's right. That's what's up. You single?
You didn't say you were going to ask me that.
Sorry.
I'm
sorry.
joking. I am very single.
Yeah.
Very single.
Happily single or looking?
Nobody's happily single.
That's not true.
I don't think so.
I was happy single before I met Jerry, but I'm happier now.
I think you might have been lying a little bit to yourself.
Okay. I was happy to be out of the relationship that I was in prior.
Happy to be out of that relationship. But
Yeah,
that
I'm single.
I am not a happy single.
Okay, that's honest.
I think everybody should kind of be with somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I have a really fun time being single, though.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, but
Most men in South Florida do.
No.
Oh.
But yeah.
I don't think we had the same. I don't think we had. That's not. Okay. Moving on.
But yeah.
What was life like? Like, do you know what the dating is like versus in South Louis versus here?
South Louis?
St. Louis. Edit that out. St. Louis?
Well, I think that in St. Louis, things are very different.
Yeah.
And so, I think when you come into South Florida, everything is based off culture, in my opinion only.
Okay.
And so you have like this cultural divide that you have to like split into. I'm an American.
Right.
Just say that. Because everyone that I know, out of all of my friend groups, I'm the only
American.
Everyone's parents is from here, from there, from here, from there. The only thing I could tell you about my parents is my grandfather is Mississippi or something like that. So when I feel like when you first come here, it's different now. But when my dad first moved here, I felt like a couple groups were like stuck, together, and it was different. And the Haitian groups and the Jamaican groups, and and so South Florida is a little different.
Yeah.
I feel like dating in St. Louis is a lot easier because it's like small. Everyone kind of knows each other, and then it's like 4-1, 5-1, and we have some of the. And so here it's different.
You have some.
We have some of the most beautiful prettiest black women in the world. St. Louis is, and also I think they're like top 3 for female entrepreneurship.
Wow.
So it's like really strong, beautiful black women.
Do you think your wife is in St. Louis?
I hope she's not.
But all the good things you just said.
I wouldn't advise like long distance dating.
Okay.
It's tough. You have to be very dedicated, but I live in South Florida. I've tried dating in St. Louis. It hasn't worked.
Yeah.
It hasn't worked.
Is it because of the person or because of the distance?
It could have been me.
That's real.
Could have been me. I'm not sure what it was though.
Okay. That's fair. What's it like growing up there?
Yeah. I loved it. Let me say that first. I loved it. But it's I'm well traveled. I actually used to travel for a living. I used to work for the NCAA for 7 years. I think that it's one of the most scariest places I've ever been.
Yeah.
Everything is unpredictable. At any given time, something could
Pop off.
Oh my God. Yeah. At a school, rallies,
Wow.
Wendy's,
Wow.
church,
Wow.
funeral. Yeah.
So you wouldn't raise your kids there?
I'm from St. Louis. I would figure it out. I would never say I would.
No, you wouldn't.
I would never say that, but I would. Being here in South Florida, I would much rather raise my kids in South Florida than St. Louis. Even though some things that I learned from there, I'm not sure I would have possibly learned here in South Florida. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's what's up. That's cool. Why do you think you're single?
I think I'm single because I want somebody that's perfect.
Oh. Are you?
Nah, not at all. And I think that's where the contradiction comes.
Right.
It's like, I'm running.
Mm.
You did what? Out of there. And that's not good at all.
Yeah.
You know? And
no, it's not.
But I think a lot of times you run it, like you meet, like we're so big on attraction.
Yeah.
I was so big on attraction. And it's like, I want what looks good.
Yeah.
What sounds good, what feels good, what's popular, what's, and.
So how has that changed?
It's changed because I think I understand now more that no one's perfect.
Right.
And that you're not going to like everything. You're going to hate some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Really hate some stuff.
Yep.
Like, really, really hate some stuff.
Okay. I mean, okay.
But
if you really, really, really hate something that somebody does, then, like, really, really hate? Really, really, really hate? Dislike? Okay. Not have in common? Okay. But, like, really, really, really hate? What's something that you really, really, really hate that people do? Or that your past relationships have shown you?
It's petty.
Okay.
The wigs with the baby hair. We spoke on that already. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
No, don't.
Yeah, the wigs.
Don't shy away from your truth.
Yeah.
Never.
Appearance. I should have said that instead. Maybe
no, I was gonna ask specifically what anyway, so I'm glad that you just came out.
So
with it.
I think that like, so I grew up in a household where my mom was like natural. She was natural.
Yeah.
And they was on her.
Yeah.
They was on her. Like, I wish I was older so I could punch you. But you know what I mean? And so now I feel like the women that I encounter.
Yeah.
Not all women. The women that I encounter that I want, I think usually are natural.
Okay.
But then some of them switch. You know, things change in the midst of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you might be this person today. Tomorrow you could be somebody different. I think.
You think that it like when a person changes their hair that they're different?
I think if you change anything, you're different. I think if you change anything, you're different. If your shoes are really, really dirty.
Yeah.
And you wear those dirty shoes every day.
Yeah.
And then someone got you some fresh shoes. You would be 100% different.
Yeah, like the confidence, the way you walk, the way you walk.
Everything would be different.
Okay, fair enough.
It would be different.
I see what you're saying. So you don't like the baby hairs. It's the wig or the baby hairs?
It's a little bit of both because babies are for baby. Baby hairs for babies.
That's not.
They're babies.
Babies don't have baby hairs.
They naturally do. That's the problem.
They have hair like a baby, but they don't have baby hairs. So there's something wrong with my baby hairs right now. You got a problem with them?
No.
Don't lie. You can be honest.
No, I don't. But
because they're mine?
My question would be, why did you do that?
Because I want to.
Okay.
I think the aesthetic would look different if I just had it all slicked back. I think that
is where I think my thinking is different.
Okay.
Because I feel like we walk, talk, sleep, and eat off of probably like influence, right? And I think socially we've been influenced to like not like certain things.
Okay.
Not saying what they are, but I think like as time has gone, we have like got away from like so much real stuff.
Okay.
Like.
So because
Oh no. I'm not saying because you have baby hairs you got away from real stuff.
Right.
But that was only a correlation of me saying that I feel like if maybe 10, 15 years ago nobody would did that because
that's crazy because I've been doing this since I was like
a baby.
Right. Since I could do my own hair. I've been swooping them hairs.
Okay.
A little swoop.
Okay. But I also feel like it's not covering your whole forehead and you're not turning into swirls and fairies.
But I feel like that's artistic. Like that's that person expressing themselves. And they used to do that back in the 50s and the 60s and the 80s. They used to have the little, like, Betty Boop. She was a black woman, you know? And she used to, that was her. That was her stuff.
Very real hair. Very real. She was doing it with her hair.
Right.
I get it.
Okay.
So
I mean.
So let me ask you a question. Please.
Go ahead.
Let's say your boyfriend, right, came in the house with the spray on his head, right? The spray. We're going to say the spray is very thick spray. He doesn't have hair right there, but the spray put the hair right there for him, right? He lays on you. The first time it rubs off on your brand new shirt, you let it go. The second time it's on your sheets, you let it go. And
this is crazy because baby hairs is not rubbing off on nobody's stuff.
we're correlating.
All right.
We're not talking about all the things that we. Okay. I'm just saying, the conversation was real. Getting away from what's real.
Right.
Getting away from what's real.
Right.
How would you feel about that?
I would just be like, baby, don't get your hairspray on the stuff. Like, if you gonna lay down, then cover it up so that doesn't mess it up, and you're wasting your money.
Okay, and that's where I need to grow.
And that's really honest.
Because I would say, why are you spraying that on your head?
Okay,
why?
Just shave it off. Just shave it.
You don't have it.
Right.
What are you doing?
Some people can't let it go. What used to be.
Then that's something we need to talk about.
And yeah, okay. Have you had that problem with an ex-girlfriend? With like the appearance thing?
No, not the appearance thing, because she was gorgeous. She was beautiful.
Well,
but it was the wig.
With the wig.
Yeah, the wigs. 100%.
What was your problem with that specifically in that relationship?
It was that, okay, let's say you have a preference, you like things.
Yeah.
When you get into a relationship, she's natural.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's so natural. She's so naturally beautiful. In the morning, she looks like she looks in the middle of the day. She's just natural.
It's consistency.
She was natural. Then, like, year 2, the wigs come. The wig came.
So she's never worn a wig before that.
Never.
It was
her hair was short.
Right.
It was short. She did it every day.
So before she never wore wigs.
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
In those 2 years, she's never worn wigs ever.
No.
Okay. Never got a little quick weave. Never got a little sewing.
No. That would have. You see
You're
the
saying
face
for
I made?
2 years she's had the same hairstyle.
No, it wasn't the same hairstyle. She had a little short natural. She had the Jada Pinkett, which transferred into the Nia Long. Like it was growing. Okay. So she had to switch it up. I mean, she was doing it very well. And then when it got long, like the bob, she had like the
little Edna Mode.
The boomerang bob. She had the boomerang bob. I was like, ooh. And then it got longer, and she was like,
It got a lot to manage. Black hair is a lot to manage. But so that's when she started wearing the wigs, is what you're saying.
But my thing is, the wig took a couple hours to get ready every day, too.
Okay.
So taking long to get ready doesn't seem like a good excuse.
So you thought that just wasn't practical. What did that matter to you? Well, does that affect you? Did it affect you?
It did.
Taking a long time to get ready?
It did, because the wigs, as you know, I like to go on dates.
Yeah.
I like to go on dates. Mm-hmm. The wigs can't go in the pool. Can't go to the beach. Can't.
I mean they can.
We can't randomly get in the shower.
Why not?
The wig. The wig.
Oh, so you're saying that was the problem? She wouldn't want to do those things because of the wig.
It was always my hair. With that short hair, we could go right in the pool.
Right.
We was right in there.
Okay.
Splash.
And so that became a problem in your relationship?
The hair was kind of like that was just small.
Yeah.
But it was very, like, dominant. It's like, before we go, you got to do your hair. I'm sitting on the couch angry. It's taking you 2 hours to do this fake hair. We're late.
So if it took 2 hours to do her real hair, it'd be okay?
It's yours, baby. Go ahead. Take your time.
See? Growing. It's okay. Because I don't... Okay. All right. Did you address this to her? Did you tell her how you felt?
It didn't matter, because to me, it's like, you don't tell a woman how to wear their hair. You don't tell a woman what to wear.
Well, no, of course not. I'm not.
But if she says, do you like this? Lying is just something I'm not good at. Mm-hmm. I'm not good at.
So you would say no, you don't like it?
It looks nice.
Okay.
She said, you're lying. She knows me.
So you did lie?
I did.
Okay.
I did. Until she kept catching me, and I just said, babe, I don't really like it like that.
And then did she change it?
No.
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 And was that like a FU to you? Was like a
subconsciously it is, because I mean, like, whether we want to admit it or not, men do everything to get a reaction out of women. Like, let's say a woman subconsciously, you get your hair cut a certain way, we wear things a certain way, and we do this a certain way.
Yeah.
If you ask the man why did he do that, he would never say, I don't do this for you. I do this because my homies like the way it look, or like, he would never say that. He would say, you know, if he was honest with himself, he'd say the girls like it, or the girls like this, or they like that.
So you felt like she wasn't taking you into her man into that consideration.
I just felt like it didn't matter to her, which was enough for me.
Right.
It was enough for me.
And that was the end of the relationship?
No, because that's petty. No,
but it made you unhappy.
It made me observant.
Okay.
It made me observant.
So what was the end of the relationship then?
The change, a switch.
Of
there becomes a switch where it's like, this is how you were to get me here.
Yeah. And then you didn't sustain that.
And then this is how the real you is.
Oh,
what has to be the real you, because there's no way the switch. I didn't cause this switch.
Right.
Like, maybe you just got comfortable, things got boring.
So it was just the wigs, or is there more? Like, what the switch? What was the switch that you're talking about?
I would say the switch was maybe like consideration. Like, if you say something to someone, they at least consider it.
Yeah.
You know, you know what consideration looks like. When someone stops being considerate, you no longer speak, because it no longer makes sense to you to speak. So after you're no longer considerate, it's like, okay, I'll be more standoffish. I'll keep more things to myself, and then that
started the down.
That opened doors for other things.
Yeah. And how would you do it differently next time?
I probably would set boundaries right away. Like, say,
so,
this is what I like.
Off rip, no wigs, no baby hairs, short style, knee long. Jada Pickett. Anything other than that, baby, you gotta bounce.
That's not true. That's not true at all. Don't do me like that. No. What I would say is, that change is, everyone's allowed to change. Everyone's allowed to change. But there's going to be things that we talk about.
Right.
When you first get into it, somebody will say, what do you like? What do you like? This was no secret. So for you to, let's say, like, I'm having a conversation with you, right? In 5 minutes, you know, he don't like that at all. So for you to come do it, it's
crazy.
almost like wild.
Like a slap in the face.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Even if you could ease into it, that's fine. But for this to become like the norm,
right?
It's almost like, I don't care what you want.
Yeah. So after this interview, I'm finna go in the bathroom and put on a wig with some baby hairs.
You don't belong to me.
Fair.
I love you for whatever you have going on.
Fair. So you never come for me for my baby hairs, though, right?
No. I would never come from anyone with their baby hairs. My baby hairs. It's just that there's things about these. Okay, so.
Don't censor.
There's things about these like that I don't think I can sit here and be quiet the whole night, right? If we're together, right? Okay. But I'm very observant. Okay. Like, I could say, babe, I like the way your hair changed, the color of your hair. I like it's growing. I like your curl. I like your hair curly like this. I like that you're wearing this week. I never seen you wear brown. Like, I notice a lot of things. Yeah. So we're sitting there and I'm looking at you. I'm probably not looking in your eye. I'm probably looking at this net right here that is, you didn't kind of like shade it in to match the color of your skin, but it doesn't really. Or the side of it that's coming up a little bit. And
I'm not laughing at my sisters. I'm not, because it's embarrassing when your wig lifts. You know what I'm saying?
Or like the middle part right here, you try to like shade it in, and it's different. It's different. So I could be looking at you trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah. And sometimes that doesn't go well.
So it sounds to me that you just don't like bad wigs. Because there's you
I
ever
don't
seen
wanna make
you
this
ever
about wigs.
you ever seen an
Can we start over?
HD
Can we start over?
transparent lace? No. Them HD transparent laces, it look like scalp.
Okay, perfect. Listen, I don't want to talk about the wig
Okay.
anymore because that's crazy.
Okay.
I just think that everything should be discussed. Communication is key in relationships. I think when you know your partner, you help each other grow.
Okay, so you're on a first date, and this is your disclosure. Go.
What am I telling you? What I like?
Your boundaries from the beginning that you said that you were gonna set them.
My boundaries are real people.
What?
Real people. Just come in, be real. Don't come.
She real with her wigs.
No. I feel like if that would have been her from the jump,
Then you would have never.
then I would have been able to know, or I would have been able to feel. I would have been able to move around it a little bit better.
Okay.
But for you to give me this person that you're supposed to be, this is who you are.
Okay.
This is what you do. This is
Oh.
you natural. Everything is
So
natural.
I can't be this with a net with. Excuse me. I can't be this with a lace front.
Are we going to the definition of it? I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
I love my afro. I wear my afro, but I like a middle part bust down, jet black with some highlight. Like I like that too.
What is highlight? What is highlighting?
Highlights like how my hair is highlighted.
Okay, yeah.
What did you think I meant?
I didn't know. I thought it meant something like highlight the yeah.
No, I'm not y'all with the chalk on the hairline.
So you do know.
The chalk on the hairline is different than the spray thing.
No, the chalk on the hairline is equivalent, but a lot less worse than the net that doesn't match your scalp.
Okay. I wasn't comparing them. I was just saying that's not what I meant by highlight.
You went for us with the chalk. No one gets the chalk.
You was coming for us with them wigs all day, so I had to, I'm
She
playing
held
hit
it
it back
down
with a
for
little
y'all.
one too.
You held it down.
Yeah.
You held it down.
They not gonna be mad at me when they watch this bag.
I love women.
I'm sure
I
you
love
do.
women. I love women, and I love them the way they are.
Right.
I just
not
think,
with the wigs and the baby hairs. I'm sorry. I'm okay.
I just think that once we get comfortable with each other, then we can talk.
Yeah.
And we can.
And you could take that wig off.
We can come to a conclusion.
Let them braids breathe. You like cornrows?
I think that was the problem as well.
Oh, she didn't like.
That was the problem as well. I hadn't seen her hair in like 2 years.
Dang.
I hadn't seen her hair.
Her natural hair.
In like 2 years. I hadn't seen the braids, like the braids.
So she was going to sleep, waking up with the wig and everything.
With the headband on the edges. Everything.
That's maintenance. So
yeah, everything.
That's how you keep the lace down.
She
and
looked
not
like
up.
a basketball player every night.
What is that?
Every night. Headband. Rasheed Wallace. Early LeBron. You know what I'm talking about too. I mean, the bands are thick sometimes. They're skinny sometimes. I mean, shoot the J.
All right. No wigs, no baby hairs, no
Stop.
band.
Let's not make this about that. I'm just saying.
Right. You're right. All right. My bad. I'm gonna get off it. No more wigs.
Yeah, no more wigs.
No more wigs. Did that change y'all intimacy?
It did. I felt like it did because sometimes, when someone comes at you like for a kiss, right?
Yeah.
They come at you for a kiss, you like.
That's crazy.
That's uncontrollable. Okay.
I'm sure she felt like crap.
So if someone comes at you with a kiss and they have a booger in their nose.
You're gonna compare
what's gonna happen? No. I'm just saying what's gonna happen.
We're comparing the headband to the booger. I understand what you're saying though. Yeah.
It's gonna alert you. Like,
reaction is like, hold on.
So if a woman comes in for a kiss and you notice her scalp seems to be coming off her head, what? How would you react?
Can't believe it.
How would you react?
I cannot believe this.
And I know it sounds really wild, and I don't want it to sound that wild. But has your scalp, when you wore one of those, has it ever came off a little bit?
Yeah, and I go
all the
back
time.
and I fix it up.
Yeah,
all the time. It's crazy. Relax. I
sometimes you catch them like this every couple of 30.
No, absolutely. If you gotta do that every 30 minutes, you need a stronger glue or a different hair tech.
Okay, cool.
Stylist. But
that was one of our.
So that was that.
Things, one of them.
Okay, so that was the only effect on.
No, I wanted to have children. I want to have children, and I didn't necessarily agree with the parenting style.
Okay, that's real.
I didn't agree with the parenting style, and she had a son, and I would be trying to test and see, and I was told once, like, no, don't.
Don't do that with my son.
Mm-hmm. My son. And that's when the was like an alert.
Yeah.
The
like the mindset, she wasn't thinking of it as a unit.
The MI. The MY, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The MY was an alert because I was raised by my grandfather, very Southern grandfather. And one thing, my grandfather never like whooped me or anything like that, but my cousin would like come stay with us. And I would always like, my room, my this mine. And he would get like, he would pull me to the side and be like, if I ever you say that again, I'm gonna mess you up. We don't possession is not something you throw in someone's face. And
yeah, that's a really good lesson.
In me. And so it would turn from, this is my kid, this is my car, this is my house. Now, mind you, we're adults. I've been an adult since 17. I've always had my own crib, my own car, my own money, my own vacations. I've had my own everything since I've been 17. To me, that's an adult. That's not like a flex.
Yeah.
That's not something you brag about. Like, you're an adult. How would you survive without that?
Right.
So for her, when she was in St. Louis. It was a long distance relationship. When she come to Florida, what's mine is yours.
Right.
My car, my clothes, my whatever. It's. I'll go buy some brand new shoes and go play in the grass with my godson. Like, it's not that serious. So the possession became a thing because I realized that, oh, this is not a team. This is not a team.
That union mindset
it's
wasn't
not even
there.
thought of as a team.
Yeah.
Because how could that come across like that?
Right.
So it was just a plethora of things. She was just probably the wrong one. And that's okay.
Is that what scarred you from long-term relationships? Have you had a long-term relationship after that?
I actually think that I've only been in like long distance relationships.
Oh, wow.
Because I traveled for so much. Like, my job was to travel.
Right.
And so
everyone you met was like all abroad.
it would be Houston, Dallas, St. Louis, Illinois. So it would be different situations. And so then I decided, okay, I'm coming to South Florida. Like 7 years ago, I came to South Florida and I was like, I'm going to settle down. I'm going to build something here in South Florida.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to do this the right way. It's been a journey.
I hear. I see.
It's been a journey.
Wow. You have any questions for me?
No.
That's boring.
I don't have any questions that I can think of right now, actually. What would you say men do that is equivalent to my stance?
On the WIGS?
Yes. If you can think of one.
I don't have that same thought process when it comes to things. Because, like, when we talked about this recently, you used the example of, like, when they be gluing down... Don't laugh. When they be gluing down the thing on the head, the toupees, like, stuff. But it looks real natural. I don't, like, if my man went bald...
And came in with a toupee.
First of all, I wouldn't even know.
And when you woke up in the morning, it was lifted.
I would laugh because it's funny, but I'll be like, dang, come on.
On day 6,
I wouldn't have no man in my bed on day 6, so that's
why not?
That.
No, I mean day 6 of the toupee. Of the toupee lift. You wouldn't be as supportive if they.
Yes, I would. I'm not gonna make him feel bad for his cosmetic choices. Like, if that's what makes you feel confident and comfortable, then go ahead. It shouldn't run our life or affect our relationship. Then obviously I'd have a problem, not with that, but the outcome of what's happening. But, like, get it how you live. You know what I'm saying? It's not hurting you. It's not hurting me. That's what makes you comfortable.
It's not hurting anyone.
But I understand the preference.
Everything is a deeper... That's my thing. I think everything is a deeper issue.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm always trying to get to the deeper issue.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you aren't happy with, like, your natural self, like, then what is going on? Can we talk about it?
Insecurities, you know?
And so that's my thing. And so I feel like everyone has insecurities. But as my lady, can we talk about them? Can we, like, get to the bottom of them?
So do you feel like if you were aware of it, like if she came out and was like, hey, I'm insecure about the stage of my hair growth, so the wig kind of gives me that confidence back. I don't know how long this phase is gonna be, or whatever. Like, how would that have? Would you have received it a lot better? Or?
I would have received. I mean, I would have received it. I would have received it.
Yeah.
That's all. I would have received it. But for it to feel like you just don't
care.
You just don't care, and this is who
That's,
you are.
Yeah.
This is who you are now. Like, this is, like, to me, it's very weird for me not to see you like yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
I get
for
that.
me to never see your natural hair, to me, is weird, because it's like, maybe I don't know you.
Right.
Maybe you only take it off when I'm not around, which means that you're not comfortable with me, which is a whole nother issue. Mm-hmm. It's not really about the wigs. I didn't want it to sound like that. It's just about, like...
No, it didn't. I just...
It's just, to me, it's just about, like...
Picking.
That was that one situation.
Yeah.
And it was just night and day. It was like the switch up was very weird for me, because it's like, this isn't who you was.
Yeah.
So, like, what did I do? Like, what did I do to, like, make you think that wasn't okay?
Right.
Or, like, what did I do to, like, make you feel like that wasn't enough?
Yeah.
Like, I told you that was, like, the prettiest I ever, like, seen you, like, in your natural state. So for me to tell you that, and then you do something different, then I must not be what you're trying to attract. That's what it felt like. And that's okay. That's okay. But let me know so I can get the hell on. Like,
Clocked.
Let me move. Let me move out the way for the baby hair wig lovers. Like, because they're out there.
Yeah.
They're out there.
Listen, men love a good bust down. Okay? A little side part. A little bob.
I swim in the ocean once a week. So I love the water. Randomly, after work, you could really mess my vibe up by telling me you can't get in my hair. My hair. Oh! Oh!
Now...
Let's go eat then.
But, like, what if it was just like... Well, she just got her hair straightened and she don't want to get it wet.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. So
That's
it is
fine.
the wigs then. All right.
That's fine. Because I can understand that.
Right.
And even that, I understand that works for women in the gym, women that work out all the time. The natural hair girls that work out all the time, they go through it. Like, I understand that. I get that. You know, I'm not trying to knock anybody. I'm not. I just...
Fair enough.
I want you to come as you are, like God says. Come as you are.
Yeah, you come as you are. You don't leave as you are, though.
Yeah. You
So
don't.
she came as
You usually leave healed.
But she was acting broken.
You said it.
Wow.
I didn't.
Clocked. Prayers for her. I hope she's doing well. Do you still talk to her?
No.
Oh.
I pray she's doing extremely well. She's really smart. One of the smartest people I ever met. She just has things that she's dealing with.
Well, I hope the best for
And I'm dealing with too. I'm crazy. I'm weird.
Yeah, you
Abnormal.
are. Very.
Very. Very.
That's why we fit together. That's why you family. Only the weird ones fit in with the DaCostas.
No, that's not true.
That is true.
You guys are really normal. Like,
No, we're not.
probably some of the most normal black people I've ever met. Especially your father. I've never met anyone more genuine.
He's a great man.
Very good.
That's why I'm so great.
Very good. Yeah.
Thank you for agreeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I do have a question for you.
Yay.
I do have a question for you. When do women know that it's time to take the next step?
Next step as in what? As in sex, as in relationship, as in marriage?
Whoa! Okay, everything. When do you know, like, I wouldn't say sex, because in my opinion, sex has been so normalized. I would say
Well, the Bible says that you should save sex for marriage. So.
Well, okay, perfect. I wasn't talking about sex. Perfect.
But if we're talking from a worldly standpoint.
No, I'm saying, when does a woman know that this is the relationship she wants to be in?
That you want. We know right away. What the heck?
Yeah.
What the heck? I knew off the first conversation. For real. I really did. And then the first meetup, like our first date, just solidified it. and everything after was just confirmation. So we know fairly quickly. Now, the only thing that prohibits that is trauma, insecurities, like self things. So that would prohibit or prolong. Other than that, we know fairly quickly. When do men know?
I think men never know.
Oh.
So, me. I think men constantly battle with knowing. Constantly. I think because most men aren't great communicators. Some of us aren't emotionally intelligent, so we don't really pick up on the cues or the things. I think there's always little tests that we're trying to figure out and find out. We also battle with insecurities of not being too soft to ask certain questions or not wanting to sound
Be too vulnerable.
Yeah, so there's things that we just never know. And I think confirmation is good, but I just think sometimes it's tough.
Yeah, it sounds tough. That sounds kind of...
We put a lot on ourselves when it comes to love, men do, because we constantly have this need to not want to feel played. Because as a man, you can't let someone play you. You can't play with me.
Right, because are you a man?
Don't play with me.
Right.
So it's like, how is she playing with me? How am I letting her play with me?
How I didn't see it before it even...
Yeah. Then you can't tell anybody.
Right, because then you're a gook.
What? Can't tell anyone. A girl can tell her friend, girl, this is what a guy.
Girl, I got him wrapped around my finger, girl.
A guy couldn't tell his homie that a girl played him or a girl did something to him. You couldn't really.
Can't do that. Can't look weak. That's crazy.
My first heartbreak happened, I think I was like 24, 25.
Really? She cheated?
No. Yeah. Yeah, she did cheat.
Why did you have to think about it?
Because she was like getting money with a guy.
What do you mean getting money? Like she was so...
They were like Bonnie and Clyde. Like they were like street hustlers together.
Okay, so...
That's too much for me. That's like a bond. You have a whole secret bond with the guy.
What were they... Was it legal?
Yes, very.
It was legal?
No.
It was illegal?
Very.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a different kind of bond.
I guess so. You breaking the
law
with them.
That's a different kind of bond. Yeah, and you're like going on missions.
How did you find out?
I was with her one night.
Yeah.
And she, the phone kept ringing.
Ooh.
It was late at night.
Ooh.
Late at night, the phone kept ringing. And she had told me that this was her cousin, Brandon.
Oh.
So she had a cousin named Brandon.
But that wasn't him.
So every time I'm thinking it's her cousin Brandon, it's this Brandon.
So do you think that she was lying because it was illegal, or was she lying because they was...
Well, I'm going to keep it honest with you.
Yeah.
They weren't doing it because when I read the
messages, it was all about
he was thirsty.
She was like keeping it about the money.
Oh, she was getting money. She was getting money. And he was letting her get money because he was trying to. Yeah. But to me, that was enough.
Yeah, that's messy.
To me, that was enough.
So he got too much access.
So I left in the middle of the night.
Oh, wow. You guys live together?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Have you ever lived with a woman?
No.
Okay.
No. I haven't.
The Bible also says...
Unfortunately.
Not to live together until marriage because temptation.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Dang. Was that your last heartbreak? You was like... You know how men like carry that heartbreak from 3rd grade for like the rest of their life? Oh my God, Amanda gave her animal crackers to Josh. And then it's all women. Mm-hmm. It's all types of hoes and bees and tricks and... Because, you know, all women are the same now.
I don't think that's where it starts from.
It is.
I think it starts from adolescence. For boys, I think it starts with adolescence. None of my uncles were... Even my mom, she was never really into, like, adolescent dating. It was always, you're too young to date.
Right.
You should focus on school.
Yeah.
You should be a scholar. You should put this first. You shouldn't worry about dating. I'm an A student, Mom, but I don't know how to date.
Right. And that's where I feel like the black community kind of faults their kids a little bit. Because white people set their children up to date.
They let them date early.
And then get married straight out of college because they already know.
All of my majority of my Caucasian friends,
They're all married already.
they met
on
their,
their third kid.
They met their wife in college.
Yeah, that's because they knew how
And
to court.
Most of my black friends,
Yeah,
ran their numbers up in college.
we don't know how to court. We never had that experience. Because for black women, black little girls, we fast if we even think about.
And for little boys, it's cool for you to have multiple
just have
girls.
sex
Cool.
or just to have girlfriends. Yeah,
Girlfriends, multiple.
and that's such a disconnect. Because if we can't date y'all and y'all can date who y'all dating, and then if we can't date until we already 18, 19, we're falling for the first guy that gets his attention. And that's how we get into toxic relationships. That's how we get into abusive relationships. Because we're just looking for love and don't know what it is. Don't know how to look for it. Don't know how to... any of that.
I think it starts really early. All my uncles had multiple girlfriends.
Yeah.
All my uncles, all my friends. It was what was cool. Mm-hmm. If you had a girlfriend, even in school, you had a girlfriend, you were like this corny, like not corny. You were like,
cooties.
Oh, y'all
cooties.
in love. You caking.
Yeah. That used to be the best conversation. You swinging your feet on the edge of the bed. You never like was kicked up on the phone.
Yeah, but back in the day, you didn't have a lot of privacy. My mom liked to pick the phone.
Yeah, on the house phone. Yeah.
My mom liked
Fair
to pick
enough.
the phone
Fair
up a
enough.
lot.
Fair enough.
Greg, I know you're not talking to somebody's daughter like that. I didn't raise you
like
that.
What? How was you talking to him?
Like my uncles told me I needed more than one.
Damn. You gonna raise your son differently?
100%.
That's what's up.
I think
That's what's up.
we should raise kids. You should train a child, just like the Bible says. I think you should train a child. I think whatever you would like for them to experience, you have to place it in front of them.
Right.
I had ADHD when I was growing up.
Undiagnosed?
Well, it was diagnosed.
Oh.
They wanted to put me on medicine. My mom was like, "No, I'm just gonna beat it out of them."
And did she?
I got a lot of whoopings, but my mom also put me in everything.
Kept you busy.
Baseball, basketball, football, swimming, karate. I never really had free time to like. And I've come from one of the worst neighborhoods in like my area, and so
You was too busy to get in trouble.
I was so busy.
That's good.
I was so busy. But then I still got into it with like my mom would go to work. She would be at work all the time, and I'm with my grandfather on the porch selling liquor.
Moonshine?
Wow, that's crazy.
Was it?
No.
Oh.
Moonshine.
You said Mississippi, so I'm thinking moonshine.
I'm from St. Louis. He's from Mississippi.
Oh, right.
No moonshine.
Still country.
Country club vodka, gin.
Ooh.
Like selling. I mean, like my grandfather sold everything.
Wow.
So from like 5 to like 11, I would sell liquor with my grandfather. Go to the stores, get cases of it, go back to the house, stock it. We sold loose cigarettes.
I was out there hustling.
We sold Mad Dog 2020. Stag beer.
That's hilarious.
And when he went to sleep, I made more.
With the merchandise that he got, or you another way?
I would just up it. I was also a kid, so I would 25 cent, 50 cent, $1.
You sold Mad Dog for 25 cents?
No surcharge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if it's
He was a
$4, I would $4.50.
Okay.
$4.25. But at the end
Just
of the
made it
night,
$5.
but at the end of the night no, you can't do that.
What?
You can't, because these are winos.
I don't know what that means.
They gonna notice that.
Oh.
They not.
Oh, because they gonna come back.
They'll give you a quarter. They give you a quarter.
Right,
They give you extra
little
50
quarter
cents.
extra.
My grandfather sleep. I'm not getting it unless you pay me.
Right. Wow. Look at you. Always been a hustler.
I mean, you know me.
Yeah. That's what's up. What's your stance on cheating?
I don't believe in it. I believe.
Have you ever?
No. I go off of like an honor system. You feel me? And so,
not even in your younger years.
I've only had 3 girlfriends in my life, maybe 4 in my entire life though.
Okay.
I wouldn't cheat on somebody I'm gonna lay next to. Like
It's
that's
integrity.
really scary.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of like.
Yeah.
It's just different. So no, I haven't.
That's what's up.
I haven't. But I also was really thirsty for the girlfriends that I was with.
You're selective. You only had 4, so you
I really liked them.
Take notes. Write that down.
That what? That I only had 4 girlfriends?
No cheating.
Oh.
It's a great honor code to have. It speaks a lot to character.
I just think it's a little. It's like your business partner.
Yeah.
It's like your business partner. So it's like you would take a random 10,000 away from your business partner. They would kill you. Sorry.
You can say that.
I would kill you.
Oh, that's not what I thought you
For
meant.
10,000.
I thought like it would kill you because the guilt would kill you.
No, my business
edit
partner.
that out.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like that's what I mean. So you wouldn't do that to your business partner. Why do that to your life partner?
Right.
They're way more important. Than your
I know
business
that's right.
Just saying. It sounds kind of. Like,
No, it sounds exactly how it's supposed to.
Yeah, but that's just how I look at it. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's just like you don't have to be with this person.
Right.
You could get it. You can get it in. Here I am getting it in and want to be with somebody, and then when I get with them, what I'm gonna cheat for?
Right.
I've been outside. I know what outside look like. I'd rather be in the house a little bit. A little bit.
What's your outside look like?
This is South Florida. Outside is beaches, parties, museums, art galleries.
He trying to dress it up a little bit, make it sound wholesome.
No, outside is adventurous. Outside includes everything outside.
I thought you were saying like outside on the streets, like you was in the streets.
No, that don't really count. I never understood. Like that's why outside has like a negative.
No,
negative thing
outside
behind
to
it.
me is like going like out, but we were talking about what does your on the streets look like? Because you're talking about being in a relationship versus being out of one. So like,
So I think I have the I think when I'm not in a relationship, I'm kind of just like to myself, like to myself, but random. Like I'm definitely gonna walk up on you. I'll walk up on you for sure.
you sound like you're gonna walk down here. Go ahead.
Well, I'll walk up and say something, but when I'm single, I'm outside. Like I'm going to this museum, that museum. So it's like more frequent. You're seeing more people.
Yeah.
Versus
you're putting yourself out there more.
Yeah,
versus
you're
you being in a
just doing
relationship,
more things. You're seeing more things. That's all.
I mean, you could do that with a partner.
Yeah.
You can still explore. Still be outside with your person.
That's what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think outside is a bad thing. Cause I don't do clubs. I don't go to clubs.
You don't be shoulder to shoulder people.
No, it just I used to do it a lot.
Oh, okay.
Like
So now it's like you kind of grew out of it.
Like I moved here when I was 17.
Oh, you
I
was
was
outside.
Yeah, with no supervision. So like King of Diamonds, Live.
Oh wow.
I was doing all that early, and then my
Titty
brother,
bars.
your brother, them they're 3 years older than me. So I'm 17, they're 20, 21.
Well, you was getting in all the places.
Yeah.
Dang.
When I first came down here, I was 14. They were like 17, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of ruined me as well. Like being here with them, doing all that older stuff, and then going back to St. Louis.
And then it's being so slow.
I was a little more cockier. A little more snobbish.
Dang, you were 14 when I met you?
I'm messing with Spanish girls.
Okay.
And we didn't have
I had
that
no
in
Spanish
St.
girls in
Louis.
St. Louis.
So I'm acting like that. And now it's like it's the same thing now. Because at first it was such a difference. And so but now I feel like it's I learned a lot about culture as well being here. Like you have black Dominicans, you have Hispanics that are black. I didn't know that at first coming from St. Louis.
Right. Wow.
I didn't know that because we only have there's a huge racial divide in St. Louis.
A lot of racism.
Oh my God, a lot.
Yeah, you told me there's not even swimming pools. No swimming pools?
We have swimming pools.
I'm not talking about that. There's
Wow.
no swimming pools in the state. I'm saying in the area.
Oh well, in the city there aren't many swimming pools because they don't want.
The black people be
don't
swimming,
want-
and you were saying, yeah, nobody there can even swim. No, most black people can't even swim, and I was like, well, yeah, that is systematic. They used to put acid in black people pools, cement them up, and so
But
that
most
they
of
could.
our pools are at the park, and most of the parks get crowded with the cars and the gangs, and then things happen.
So they just cut it out completely.
Yeah, I actually couldn't tell you where those pools are in like the inner city.
Wow.
I don't know though. I don't live there anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have them.
Okay.
I definitely don't want to speak negative
It's
on my city though.
that's not negativity. That's truth.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of things are rooted back to racism, systematically, slavery, all that.
Couple things. Couple things.
A lot of things.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's a whole different discussion, though.
Yeah.
Well, anything you want to tell the youth before we log off?
Yes. Your friends are something that can go and come. I think the older I got, the more I valued like spending time with my parents and spending time, even siblings. You know, siblings grow, you guys grow and things, but like, you know, when you're young and like in college, you like avoid your parents a lot.
Yeah.
And early on when I was working out, I wasn't seeing my mom a lot, and then eventually my mom like got a wrinkle. She got like a gray hair.
And then you start to realize
She got like a bad knee.
they people when they get old.
And I'm like, damn. Hold on. My mom is. I need to spend time with my mom.
Yeah.
And I just think, if I can say anything to children is, love who loves you. It's okay. Love who love you.
You didn't.
But make sure you value your parents. Make sure you value your parents because they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Your parents are gonna be there. Your friends can change, your relationships can change, but your parents are gonna be there. And one of my friends told me, he was like, because I lived out of town, and he's like, how many times do you see your mom a year? And I'm like, 3 times a year, right? And he's like, what if she only lives 20 more years? You're only going to see your mom 60 more times.
Wow.
It killed me. I try to see my mom whenever I can now. Because it was like, you think about 60 times isn't a lot. Even like 60 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, if I go home for a week or for a weekend or 2 weeks, like, to see your mom 60 times.
Yeah.
That's
a
crazy.
good perspective.
So I try to spend time with my parents because no one's going to give you anything but your parents. When I thought about like...
Without wanting something back.
When you think about like assets.
Yeah.
You think about like family. You think about like tradition. You think about like love. Like most people aren't going to give you that without receiving something. Your parents are going to give it to you. They're going to give it to you regardless. I say the sooner you value that, a lot of things start to play better, like perspective-wise.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Absolutely. I agree. That was lovely. That was very beautiful.
Don't call it beautiful.
It is. That's what it is.
It kind of softened up. I wanted it to be like a punch. Bam! The kids hit it. You called it beautiful. The little boys might not like it. I'm joking, man.
Edit that out.
I'm joking.
Yeah, this was nice. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. This is really cool. I really like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like sitting on the big comfy couch?
I was nervous. I was nervous, still probably a little nervous, but it was very, very, very relaxing, very cool, very calm.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I did.
I did.
I did.
Hey, I just want to say one thing. It's okay to wear wigs, even the ones with the baby hairs. Please don't hold that against me.
They gonna be in the comments. That's the man with the wigs. That's the wig man. He don't like no wigs. Don't wear no wigs. No baby hairs around him. Anyway, well, thanks.
Hope you never have to come across a toupee wearer.
Well, I found my husband. So.
He looks like he's good for the next 60 years.
Yeah,
that line that looks crisp for a while.
Crisp and clean.
Yeah,
that's my baby. Love you. I love you.
Wow.
I can't say it, baby. You on the show. I love you too, baby.
My man. Anyway, thank y'all for watching.
Thank you for having me. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Anytime you want to come back, just let me know. There's always space here.
I was very nervous.
Next time you'll be less nervous. Next time maybe we can get into that black culture, the stuff that's brought up.
Ooh, I might cry.
Into our genes and
I might
what's
cry.
Psychologically embedded, and I have so many like little fun facts. Yeah.
I have a grandfather that boss man took him out of school in the 3rd grade.
Really?
So we know what that means.
Wow.
That's how we got to St. Louis. My grandfather had to get out of Mississippi.
Wow.
Yeah. I have a lot of, my grandfather's like a real, like, he can't read or write. Can't do any of that.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, he's passed a year now. He's passed. He was 97.
Rest in peace. He had a long life.
Yeah, I was ready for him. Yeah, he's been here a long time.
God bless him. Rest in paradise, Grandpa.
I only did that for the camera.
Well, you met Greg here.
Hey,
If you want him back, just let us know. We'll only bring you back if they want you back.
they're gonna say, Baby Hers, he can't come back. Baby Hers can't come back.
You got into the women on this episode. Next time we come back, we're gonna get into the man.
You should. I think it. To be honest, I think we started the downfall.
Yeah,
I think men.
that's
started,
accountability.
Yeah, I think men started the downfall because
Yeah, y'all the leaders.
women weren't doing it. Women were following. They were following, and I think the way that the country is set up now, a lot of women are.
You was
leading.
talking about the wigs.
No,
Oh.
I'm talking about. I'm saying like when civilization first started.
Okay.
The men were creating everything. Don't say nothing. Stay in here, cook. You shelter.
So you want to go back to that?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I think
Okay.
it's just different. I think
We're leading a lot more things.
yeah,
now.
I think the women were a lot less educated.
Yeah.
So they didn't know. Women didn't have social. They didn't have social. They weren't social.
Yeah,
They weren't
yeah.
talking to each other at the grocery store, the internet, or figuring out different locations or new recipes. You know what I mean? It's different now. Now, I mean, they hold the largest percentage in Fortune 500 jobs.
Clock that.
So it's different. That's all. And it's beautiful, but it's different.
Yeah, it certainly is. I agree.
Very.
Very different. Well, thank you, Greg, for coming again. And thank you for watching Change of Heart.
City.